Since the Chinese political power expands in the international world, I need to learn Chinese language through novels before they take over my country and start spying on people here. Especially me, since the CCP is clearly hacking through my internet connection, so I cannot talk to my friends outside my country. So, I need to appreciate the creation, and I do need to renovate my house to make it feng shui. So for a couple of days, I'm going to present you a couple of Chinese lewd and nationalist books. So for my first book, I'm going to be reading Dual Cultivation by my little brother. I don't know if this book is really from a Chinese, from a respected Chinese person, because the author's name is my little brother, which is clearly English. Synopsis: Su Yang is a powerful dual cultivator who was imprisoned after he offended the heavenly emperor. His crime: he committed adultery with the moon god's wife, kidnapped the Dragon King's younger sister, seduced the divine goddess, and he even tasted forbidden fruit that is the heavenly emperor's beloved daughter. Even inside the prison, Su Yang meets a mysterious old man who offers him a chance to leave his place. But that method requires him to experience reincarnation. In his new life, Su Yang swears to reunite with his partners and hold them in his embrace once again, all the while finding new ones along the way. Disclaimer: dual cultivation is a unique method of cultivation where a man and woman cultivate together by having sex. The two figures sat on the highest point of the eternal retribution cliff, one old man and the other a handsome man with otherworldly features. The old man emitted an ancient aura that caused the surrounding space to twist and turn, and the young man casually sat beside him, looking as though the heavy atmosphere did not bother him at all. Young man, what crime have you committed that got yourself stuck in this gloomy place? I have done many things in this life, one such as devouring the forbidden fruit created by His Majesty, the Heavenly Emperor, he said in calm voice. The old man lifted his brows in surprise. His gaze flickered with shock as he looked at the young man. Despite the vague explanation, he instantly understood what the young man was trying to say. You, unsure of what to say, the old man stuttered non-stop. I am more surprised that you are still alive after all than what you've done. I am more surprised that you are still alive after all than. Fuck. I am more surprised than you are still alive after all than what you've done. I don't know if this need rework, but I'm not insulting Chinese people. I mean, it's just it's in English. It's hard to say. I mean, I respect Chinese. Moving on. I can already imagine the raging face of the Heavenly Emperor when he first heard the news. Young man, I have taken liking to you. What is your name? The ancient aura surrounding the old man had long disappeared. He looked and acted more like a kind grandpa than anything now. The name is Su Yang, he responded. My God, look at this guy. Wait. Why are you laughing at? My God. Then Su Yang, would you like to leave this place? What if I say that you can leave and not have to worry about the Heavenly Emperor? The old man kept the grin on his face, but deep in his gaze flickered a profound light. Then what? What shall I do after leaving? Continue living the sinful life that I have been living for the past thousands of years, or take revenge on those who wrongly accused me? That is up to you. The old man suddenly started laughing again. You are still too young to completely hide from your desire from this ancient one, Su Yan. Even if you stay here for all eternity, can you really die from old age? An immortal such as yourself? Your wish, I shall grant it. He suddenly stood up and waved his sleeve. And the night sky that hasn't changed since the creation of this eternal retribution cliff suddenly turned to day, bewildering every soul that dwelt there. You, who are you? Just an old man with nothing better to do, right? Before I send you away, I write to thank you for what you did. Thank me? What do you mean by thank? Before Su Yan could ask the old man why he was being thanked, a bright white light suddenly engulfed the world, taking away his vision. Immediately after getting blinded by the light, Su Yan felt a sharp pain near his heart, like he had just been stabbed by a sword. He snapped his eyes open to see a handsome young man with vicious grin on his face, standing in front of him on a wide stage, and in his grasp was a steel sword. Ch! I never missed his heart, mumbled the handsome young man. Su Yan looked down to see a sword penetrating his body, and he instantly became alert. Scram! As he was taking the sword out of his chest, Su Yan took this moment to quickly search through his memory. In his memory, he found out that he was inside of the body of a young cultivator with the name same as his, Su Yang, and that he has the exact same looks as his younger self. However, the similarities stopped there and everything else was different. Cultivation base was near non-existent when compared to his old cultivation base, and he is currently a disciple in this profound blossom sect, a sect that is heavily focused on dual cultivation, where two people of the opposite gender indulge in sexual practice for cultivation. It is almost as if he had traveled back in time to when he was just a young boy who had recently started cultivating. As for how he got into the situation, the Su Yang before him had gone to court a female discipline named Xing Xing. Su Yang before him had gone to a court female disciple named Xing Xing and ended up offering her current partner Yan Meng, the now unconscious handsome young man before him, which resulted in a death match between them. The middle-aged man called Elder Sun looked at him and said, "What's your name?" "Su Yan," he replied in a calm tone. Elder Sun nodded and no longer looked at him and directly went to pick up the unconscious Yan Meng to take him away. After leaving the stage, Su Yan searched through his memory and began walking towards his living quarters. How did he know where his living quarters is? Wait, did he get stabbed? Yeah, no dude. Yeah. Author's note, author's thought. There will be mature subjects in the novel. If you haven't already guessed by the title, read at your own risk. Yes, dude, let's go.